Okay, now that you have installed Eclipse, I'm going to show you how to write a simple program in Java. You need to go to the folder where you have installed Eclipse. For me, it's Library, Documents, Programming Eclipse, and double-click your Eclipse icon. It's going to show a splash screen, and it's also going to ask you where you want your workspace to be. Workspace is the folder where your programs, the programs that you write, are going to reside in. For me, it's this location, but I can choose a different location if I want to. I'll keep this location, and if you don't want this screen to show up every time you start Eclipse, you can check this and it's not going to ask you again. So click on OK, and it's going to load. Let's wait for some time. So you don't have to do anything with the screen. You can close the welcome screen. Okay, so this is the, let me make this a little bigger. Okay, so that is the Eclipse IDE. This is my favorite IDE because it has a lot of things to offer than any other IDE. So you will now go to the file menu and go to new and create a new Java project. Okay, so you need to give your project a name. I'm going to call it my first application. Doesn't matter what name you give, you can give whatever name you want. And you don't have to do anything here. Okay, click on next. Okay, so that's going to show you the structure of your directories, your project settings, and all those. You don't really have to do anything here. Click on finish. Okay, so on the left panel here, you're going to see all the projects that you're going to create. So I have only one here, so that's my first application. So right click on that and a menu is going to pop up. So go to new and you're going to create a new class. Okay, don't worry about what a class is, but create a new class. So you need to give it a name. For now you can skip the package, which is not really important at this point of time. We can look at that later. The source folder tells you where your program is going to be. That will be in my first application, which is your project name /src, which is a source folder. So if you go to my first application folder and open that, you're going to see another folder src. So your program is going to be there. Okay, let's give it a name. So we're going to call it my hello. Okay, hello world. Okay, click on finish. Okay, so you've just created a class called hello world, and it's very important that the name of your class is the same as the name of your Java file. In this case, it's hello world. It's the name of the class and the name of the file. Okay, so in this class, I'm going to write few lines. I'm going to say public static void main string args. Okay, and open a little parenthesis, close it. Okay, the good thing about Eclipse is if you open a parenthesis, it's going to close it automatically for you, so you don't have to worry about all those things. Okay, so this is a very simple program that's just going to print something to the console. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to write a line system.out.println. So as you can see, as I type these, I can see all those options available to me. So if you are a beginner and if you're not sure what you should write there, and if you don't remember the exact name, so you can scroll down and see what you're trying to look for and click on that. So in my case, it's system.out, which is right there. So I can either click on out or I can complete it. Let's click on out.println. That just stands for print line. Open the parenthesis, and within quotes you will write whatever you want to print. So let's say you're just going to print hello world. Okay, and every line requires a semicolon. at the end, so put a semicolon. So that's your first program. So all this has are few lines of code. I have a line here that says public static void main. You're going to see this line in all Java programs that you write. So this is a basic skeleton of a program. You're going to fill in code here in this area. So I have only one single line of code which just prints something to the console. Okay, now you run this code. So you go to this button that says run. You can see a little tooltip that comes up that says run, or you can go to the run menu and go to run. Okay, so let's go to click on the button, and that's going to ask whether you want to save your program or not. I mean, obviously you want to save it, so it will say, I mean, you don't want this thing to come up every time you run a program. So let's check this. It says always save resources before launching. Click OK. So there you go. There on the console you can see hello world. That's what you have here. If you want to print something else, say I'm going to print my name here. So let's run the program again. And there you go. That's printed that. Okay, this is it's a very simple program that prints a line to the console. It's lame, but you can. This is a starting point, and you can write bigger programs that are more complicated than this.